Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hidden within your favorite company's financial filings. And today we're looking at Lantheus Holdings, and let me tell you, a key player in their commercial operations is making a surprising move, and we're going to break down what that means for the company and its investors. Before we dive in, if you like getting these straightforward breakdowns of complex corporate news, make sure you're subscribed. Also join our Discord community linked in the description below for even more insights and discussions. Alright, so what's the big news? Lantheus Holdings has filed a Form 8K, which is basically a report for significant events that shareholders need to know about right away. This filing is all about a change within their executive team. The US Securities and Exchange Commission requires companies to report these kinds of important happenings. The company itself, Lantheus Holdings, is the subject here. You might know their common stock traded under the ticker symbol FAF on the Nasdaq Global Market. They're known for their work in medical imaging and could be seen as a player in a specialized but crucial part of healthcare. Now let's get to the main event of this particular filing. It falls under a section dealing with changes in directors or officers and, importantly, compensation for those officers. Here's the core of the report. Amanda Morgan, who holds the title of Chief Commercial Officer, is going to be taking a leave of absence. This leave is effective August 8th, and the reason given is for personal matters. Now, the Chief Commercial Officer is a really big deal in any company. This is the person typically responsible for driving sales, marketing, and overall commercial strategy. Think about it, they are the engines that bring the company's products to the people who need them and make sure the company is making money. When someone in such a critical role decides to take leave, especially an indefinite one like this implies, it naturally raises questions. What does this mean for their sales targets? How will their major commercial initiatives be managed in her absence? Will this create a void that impacts their market strategy or growth plans? These are the kinds of questions investors and industry watchers will be asking. It's not just about one person stepping aside, it's about the continuity and effectiveness of the commercial engine of the company. While the report states it's for personal reasons, the timing and the role itself make this a significant development. We'll be keeping a close eye on how Lantheus manages this transition and if they appoint an interim leader or make any more permanent changes. The Chief Commercial Officer's role is often a bellwether for a company's sales performance and market penetration. So any change here warrants attention. This report has been signed off by Daniel Niedzwiecki, who holds a couple of important roles: Chief Administrative Officer and General Counsel. Having the General Counsel sign off on this kind of announcement is pretty standard, as legal and administrative compliance is a key part of these filings. It shows the company is officially communicating this change as required by regulations. So we know who is officially documenting this executive change within the company. His dual role as Chief Administrative Officer and General Counsel highlights the intersection of operational management and legal oversight within Lantheus. The report itself is dated August 11th, which is just a few days after Ms. Morgan's departure was to take effect, showing they are staying on top of their reporting requirements. Now let's put this into broader context, shall we? Lantheus Holdings is primarily known for its diagnostic imaging agents and related products. They've made significant strides in building their portfolio, particularly in areas like prostate cancer imaging with products like Pylarify. This is a competitive space, and having a strong commercial leader is absolutely vital to capturing market share, educating physicians, and importantly building out sales teams that can effectively reach customers. A departure of a Chief Commercial Officer can sometimes precede other strategic shifts or signal internal challenges. However, without more information, we shouldn't jump to conclusions. Companies often have robust succession plans for key roles, and this could be a carefully managed transition. The fact that it's a leave of absence rather than a resignation might suggest an intention for Ms. Morgan to return, but again, the duration and impact remain to be seen. In the world of business, especially in pharmaceuticals and diagnostics, where relationships with healthcare providers, sales force effectiveness, and market access are paramount, the commercial leadership is truly the heartbeat of the operation. Any changes at this level ripple through the organization. We'll need to see how their sales targets and strategies are recalibrated in the coming months. Are they acquiring new products that need commercialization? Are they expanding into new markets that require a strong sales push? These are the kinds of strategic moves that a Chief Commercial Officer spearheads. Looking at the broader picture of Lantheus, they've been on a growth trajectory, and their commercial team is key to maintaining that momentum. They compete with larger, more diversified healthcare companies, so every advantage counts. A stable and effective commercial leadership team is not just a nice to have, it's a necessity to compete and grow in their specialized market. From a Warren Buffett perspective, we'd be looking at the underlying business strength. Does Lantheus have a strong product pipeline? Does it have a competitive advantage that makes it difficult for others to replicate its success, like strong intellectual property or unique manufacturing capabilities? And crucially, does it have a management team that can navigate challenges, including executive transitions, effectively? This departure of a key executive does introduce a variable that could impact the company's ability to execute its strategy, but it doesn't necessarily signal a fundamental weakness in the business itself if managed well. The key takeaway here is that while this report is brief and focuses on an executive leave, the implications for Lantheus Holdings' commercial operations and future sales performance are significant. It serves as a reminder that even in a growing company, leadership changes are important signals to watch. So what's my take on this? Lantheus is in an exciting but competitive sector. The departure of their chief commercial officer is a notable event. While the reason is personal, it will inevitably affect how their commercial strategy is executed in the short to medium term. The company needs to ensure a smooth handover and continued focus on sales targets and market penetration. The strength of their overall management team and their ability to adapt will be tested. While this isn't a red flag for the company's entire existence, it is a point of attention for any investor monitoring their progress. The opportunity for Lantheus is to demonstrate their organizational resilience and the depth of their talent in managing such transitions. A risk exists if this departure leads to a slowdown in commercial execution or a loss of institutional knowledge that's hard to replace quickly. Alright, that's our breakdown of this Lantheus Holdings filing. What do you think about this executive change and its potential impact on the company? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. And don't forget to join our Discord community for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching. See you next time.